I'm just going to keep rolling with the updates, and I have one episode of season 2 left. Yikes. And I have no idea how long I've had this in the fridge, but I think I'm going to need it because Belly and Jeremiah, like, I'm going to need something to get through that. For sure. So here are my thoughts about season 2, episode 7. Okay, so I have read the Summer I Turned Pretty books so many times, and this is like my, second, third, whatever time watching the TV show. I love them both. I think that the actors, actresses, the story writer, everything about the TV show, chef kiss, such a good adaptation. But I think there are things that the show does that are strong, and there are things that the book does that are strong. So number one, the sleigh that the TV show does. I think that Laurel and Susanna's relationship in the TV show is like 10 times better. I don't know if it's just because I like the chemistry between the two actresses and I think they really play out that relationship, or maybe it's just because I'm older and I'm watching the relationship and I connect to it more. But I think on the show, it's done better than the books. I'm going to hold that thought for when I reread the books because maybe I'm wrong.
When I die, I am going to be so pissed.
And something I think the books do better than the show, I think you get more context for the different characters and their different relationships. And that just goes back to the number of times of like not understanding where this Jeremiah and Belly thing comes from. But then also just, I guess, understanding the characters more. Like, I feel like I have their backstories because I read the books. And I think I connect to the characters a lot better. The younger characters, like the Jeremiah, the Belly, and the, like, Conrad of it all. I connect to all three of those better because of the books. But also I think Steven and Taylor are done so much better in the TV show as well. Like, I know in the books, Taylor is awful. And I'm not saying she's great in the TV shows. Like, the actress is great. I'm not saying Taylor as a person is great in the TV show, but I think she's better than she was in the books. I think in the books she was very insufferable. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm really intrigued. Obviously, I have one more episode of season 2 to go. And then I have season 3 to start. But I'm really intrigued to see how they play out. We'll always have Summer in the TV show, like what parts they decide to emphasize and what parts are like downplayed a little bit. And I'm excited to see how everything comes together and how they choose to make everything come together. And I'm also excited to see how we get to see the quote-unquote side characters, the Steven and Taylor, the Laurel like plot. So yeah, those are my thoughts on this episode. Also, I did gag through the entire sequence when Belly and Jeremiah were walking around Finch. Like, like, no, ew. Like, I had to pull out a drink for the next episode because I just, like, I think Belly needs to date other people. She needed to date other people, like, after breaking up with Conrad and that whole thing. Like, she needed to take a break. Like, girlfriend, you don't need to jump into this relationship with Jeremiah. There are other men in whatever suburb. I'm assuming they're, like, in the suburbs of, like, Philly? ? I know it's Pennsylvania somewhere, but it gives me Philly suburb vibes, I guess. But, like, there's other boys out there. Enjoy your senior year. Don't be tied down. I mean, I know that's not the story that's being told, but, like, come on, Belly. Come on, girl.